today I'm delighted to have CEO from Quantify Technology, Brett Seville. Brett, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Branka.
So Brett, tell me a bit about you and your background.
I was born in the UK, ended up being a partner at PwC, both in London and in the Netherlands. Moved here about 14 years ago. My wife's a Kiwi, wanted to be closer to her family. And over the last 14 years, I've done a series of operational roles, finance director, corporate development director and CEO before taking this role at Quantify.
Tell me about Quantify Technology.
Quantify produces a range of smart home automation devices which effectively control and measure power to make your life easier to live and to reduce your carbon footprint. And what we've done is looked at everything that is wrong in the industry and eliminated it by making our devices entirely wireless, by making them modular, which means that you, the homeowner, can make changes whenever you want, and finally to throw open our platform to any great artificial intelligence or software providers in order to be able to create a more complete solution.
So I understand you have some exciting news about how the business is tracking. What can you tell me?
The devices are now ready for commercialisation, and so over the last 4 or 5 months, what we've done is essentially get the building blocks in place to make sure that that commercialisation has been a success. On the East Coast, we've signed a deal with Harvey Norman Commercial, so this is the commercial arm of Harvey Norman, and they are the exclusive stockists. They put a first order in for $500,000. And we've also locked down manufacturing with a company called Caswell, which is part of the Foxconn Group, the largest contract manufacturer in the world. So having got those building blocks in place, we are now commercialising, and I'm delighted to announce that we've put our first installations in both in Sydney and also in Perth.
I understand you've recently opened the St John of God Accord Home. What can you tell me about this?
It's wonderful to make a difference to people's lives, and working with St John of God, we really had the opportunity to do that. Disabled living and retirement living is an area that's ready for automation, and St John of God have really led the way with an experimental pilot phase that they are doing in Brighton in Melbourne. Now, everyone knows that we want the people in these homes to have more autonomy, a better quality of life, and through automation we can achieve much of that. We can allow individual people to have control of their living space, to switch lights on and off, to have routines that can help them be more autonomous, and at the same time our devices are helping the carers spend more time caring and less time worrying about administrative duties.
Brett, how should investors think about Quantify Technology?
3 things, Branka. You can expect more sales from Harvey Norman on the East Coast and from our distributors on the West Coast. You can expect significant demand as we go on TV. So we're in a spin-off of The Block called Ready Set Reno, which is an amazing show, and I think will really raise the profile of the company and its products on a national basis. And finally, we are now exploring the international market, and we have some good news in that space that you should be hearing in the next few months.